What?
Hello.
Well, you don't say hello, yeah, but you don't say anything. I mean, for you know, you pay respect, and that means it's the same.
It's like hello.
Okay. Can you come a bit closer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
So I've been doing Buddha meditation, like you suggested, the repetition of the word, and I found that it seems more solidified in my mind now. Like I feel like I can feel the edges of it and feel the like a pressure around it. Like there's a lot of feelings I get around the word, and I'm at a point where I'll be sticking with it, and it'll seem like it's there, but then thoughts will just keep coming up. And I remember what you said, like replace the thoughts with the Buddha, right? The thing is, just sometimes it feels like the Buddha is there and the thought is there at the same time.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not there.
Okay, it's like on its way out.
No. I mean, you know the capability of our mind to do lots of things at the same time.
That's fair, yeah.
But it's not like this. Our computer is very fast, yeah. So it is multitasking. Yeah? So you think you do things at the same time, but actually you only do one task at one time. And that is why we can do the practice of meditation. If it would be really going into parallel, you know, we wouldn't be able. Yeah, our mind doesn't comprehend that. But we can see, you know, a thought coming. But because the mind at the beginning is so fast, you think it is parallel. Just go on, you know, and you will see how it slows down. Yeah? The Lord Buddha said within one blink of an eye, we have 3,000 mind modes. So I mean,
it's a little fast.
It's a little fast, yeah.
So when you're getting into the Buddha and you're trying to meditate on that, I've found that I've been asking like questions, like how long is the Buddha? You know, is there a space in between the Buddha and the Do? Is there a space before the Buddha?
No, don't ask. In the beginning, don't really ask the questions. Yeah, just try to keep these questions. You know, I mean, lead to answers that keep you straight. So in the beginning, you know, until you really get completely calm, I wouldn't even think about it. Yeah?
Okay.
Just observe the Buddha, just like I mean, you don't have to ask when you observe the animals what they are doing. You see it, don't you?
You just feel it.
Yeah, you just feel it or see it or whatever you call it.
I had this first time, like where it really felt solid, and I felt like I just felt it. You know, I felt that. Like rather than asking the questions, I felt the space in between. You know, I felt the other things, and I think the questions have started to come up more, and I'm like, okay, I want to get deeper.
Yeah, that is the kilesas creeping in, you know, to pull you away. And in the beginning, you know, they seem to be reasonable, but then, you know, the result of this, you know, the reasonable, you know, leads you astray. So don't.
Okay.
The feeling is okay. Feel or the knowing, you know what we call it, knowing that the Buddha is long, knowing that there's a space between the one Buddha and the next Buddha, or between the breath also, it's all okay.
I've been trying to keep the idea of refuge in it.
Yeah.
Like I feel good when I go back to the Buddha. Like I feel safe here. I can be here. You know, it helps me drop expectations.
Yes. Good. Yes, the Buddha is our refuge. Okay?
Got
it. What is, Michael? It's difficult, huh?
I'm starting to commit. I'm starting to commit to the practice. Like,
to commit to the practice.
I don't know doubt, but not doubt, maybe doubt, but I experiment, I say, like with different things. I feel like maybe soon enough, and I'm starting to commit, and that's it. I'm here, and I know the benefits. No need to too much.
You have to, when these doubts coming in, I mean, these doubts are thoughts, and they always come from the kilesa. Do I do my practice right? Huh? It's always to try to pull us out and make the practice itself worthless. But it's not worthless. As long as we are with the Buddha, or as long as we are the breath, it's not worthless. Huh? Whatever the kilesa say, oh, today it doesn't work well. No, this is not the point if it works well or works bad, because the judgment comes from the kilesa. Huh? And doubt and fear are always preceded by thoughts and by memories. Huh? Huh? I mean, especially if the doubt gets stronger, I mean, it's a power of thoughts and memories. Yeah? Memory, yesterday I also had this, and before this I also had this. Yeah? Now, so it makes it really strong, it makes it really solid that you feel you can't even argue against it. But the moment you push in with Buddha, I mean, it all disappears. Yeah? It's just like a smoke screen. Yeah? You go through it and it's gone. Yeah? You have to remember this. Yeah? I mean, whenever something comes up, this is, and it seems solid, I mean, you break through with Buddha. Yeah? You break through with through the smoke screen with Buddha, Buddha, and then you see, for a moment, this doesn't exist. Yeah? And then you lose your Buddha, and then the smoke screen comes back, and engulfs it. Yeah? And then you have to push through, and you see, and through this pushing through, you understand this is really a smoke screen. It's not real. Yeah? All these doubts, what is the use of it? I mean, remember, Mika, you came here in the first place because you wanted to find something, Huh?
Yes. I had a good feeling, and I still have.
Okay.
I'm still pretty scared, but okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah? But, it's the kilesas who are scared. Huh? Let them be scared to death, maybe they leave you. But they are not leaving you. They make you leave.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that keeps bothering me lately, I told you about the homesickness the other day, and I realized that it's not like I no longer feel like I need my parents in a way, like they can't really give me what I need, what I want, but I feel a very, very strong responsibility.
Yeah, but you have brothers and sisters.
One's in a wheelchair and the other.
But still, yeah. You have to remember one thing. I mean, what we do here, and if we share the practice, if we share the merit of our practice with our parents, I mean, they can't get better help. I mean, all what we can help when we are with them is this physical thing. And other people can do that, yeah? But we can help with mental, yeah? With mental ability, yeah?
Do you feel you've been able to help your parents?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just through me being like I am, yeah? I mean, my parents saw something, that there is something else. Than just this, just this ordinary life, yeah? In the beginning, they didn't think very much of it, but after a while, when they realized that I myself was changing, they became interesting. Because people don't think that they really can change. Right? But practice automatically changes us. It changes our perspective, it changes our views, and it changes our opinions. Right?
If I could only convince my mother of rebirth. No, I know. I'm not going to debate it. What is he?
But even if she is Christian, yeah?
Yep.
I mean, even Jesus was talking about rebirth. It is not, not in the what do you call it? It's called apocrypha, yeah? Things that Jesus said, but they are put away.
Oh, the Gnostic Gospels.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Those were always...
Yeah. And, people don't understand it because it's too mystical, yeah? So they don't believe it, yeah? But there's one thing, they forgot to take out is, when one of the disciples of Jesus asked Jesus when they saw a blind child, just a newborn blind child, then the disciple asked Jesus, is it the fault of the parents that the child is born blind, or is it the fault of the kid, of the child that it is born blind? How can it be the fault of the child if there was not rebirth? But they didn't catch that, so they left it in. But it boggles the mind, yeah? How can they ask a question like this if they didn't have a notion, that there was a previous life? Or previous existence, yeah? It doesn't have to be, human existence, but... Huh?
It's something to think about. I had a it makes me think of something else. I had a conversation with my mother the other day, and we were talking about actions, essentially.
Yeah.
And she's like, when God judges your actions, He judges your intentions. No, He did not.
Yeah, but it judges the intention, not the action.
Exactly. I told her that. The intention's more important.
Yeah. I mean, you see it, you see it with nurses, for instance, or with doctors, yeah? Who really want to help in order to get, how do you call it? Get self-esteem from the others. Oh, see how good I am, because they're not convinced they are good, yeah? So they do this, and then they burn out, yeah? But a person who does it because he feels good about helping others, yeah? I mean, he never burns out. How can he burn out? Huh? But a person who does it, his intentions are to get the respect of the world, that he does things like that. I mean, he burns out because people just don't care. Yeah? They only care about themselves, yeah?
In the long run.
Yeah. And they care about what other people think of them. Huh? But it's still here. Yeah? Okay. Enough.